Hey, what's up, guys? Uh, James. I practiced on my enunciation and my pronunciation to make sure that I wasn't staggering or stammering and that people could understand what I was saying. So, your mother looks like Sabati Zebai. It's ironic because he actually married Kate Rothschild for a few years. So, whatever. I like your music, but I don't trust you anymore. Are you crazy? These are the people that you're talking about, that you're fighting against, and you're going to marry Kate Rothschild? No, I'm not jealous. I'm calling out your contradictions. If I was going to meet Jay Electronica in the future, I would say, listen, I'm not going to shake your hand given what you did. Get the hell out of here. Thanks for the good music anyway. I thought you were blasting on Judas Iscariot and pulling off in a chariot, but then you go ahead and marry Kate Rothschild. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not going to marry one of your daughters, Edward Zuckerberg. It's not going to happen. You're delusional. I'm going to torture you and your family to death. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to torture you and your family to death. All right, whatever. We went through most of this. So let's get back to work, even though it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Let's check my email first. I'm not going to forgive you. It's not going to happen. Let's put on some music, though. Maybe even some J Electronica. Listen, even if the music is good, that doesn't detract from the fact that it's actually good because of what they actually did. But what they actually did detracts from the fact of what they're talking about in the music. So, yes, we're going to blast on Judas Iscariot and pull off in a chariot. But then 5 minutes later, I'm going to marry Kate Rothschild. My vision right now is nice and crisp, even though I drank like whatever 12 tall boys. And I'm not even on any stimulants right now. I just took some. I'm gonna take some more L-theanine and chamomile tea. I took some ginger, curcumin, and piperine pills, and some horny goat weed. I'm gonna blast on Judas Iscariot and pull off in a chariot. But then I'm gonna marry Kate Rothschild in the next 6.66 minutes. Life is like a dice game. One roll could have you slick and kick whatever in the right frame. I want to blast off on Judas Iscariot and then pull off on a chariot. And then 6 minutes and 66 seconds later, I'm going to marry Kate Rothschild. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm gonna torture you and your family to death. So this is actually done by a person. That's interesting. I'm not gonna change my resume soon. And I actually mentioned this in terms of what I did anyway. Did you read the entire resume? The results of what I did in terms of what I did at Midas Cheers. I saved my company $200,000 over the course of 8 months. And before I even left, in terms of the reconciliation with Amazon, there was $50,000 in cases, so on and so forth. Some weeks I would pay for the entire cost of renting the warehouse for the entire month, everybody's salaries, and so on and so forth, even given the work that I was doing. And remember what I told you. Michael Hernandez and Diego Serrazani and everybody else at my distributors in that office for many years was not doing any form of reconciliation at all. As a matter of fact, they hated it. But when I started doing it, I was like, this is easy and I like it. And this is something that I can actually do very well. And it's not hard at all. When you negotiate with Amazon via AWS, Amazon Web Services, they're still human beings, even though most of them are Indian or Chinese or whatever. They can understand English and they can understand what you're talking about if you point it out to them and point out the discrepancies between the shipments and the stuff that was lost and so on and so forth. And almost every time, like 99% of the time that I would submit a case to Amazon with actual evidence through the actual claims, I would get the reimbursement anyway. Your software is shit because I have exceptional outliers in terms of what I actually did, and your software can't determine that. Somehow I get a management score of 100 out of 100, but then I have little to no management experience. That doesn't make sense for a data entry position. Look what it says here. John Lacheris has 9 years of work experience with little or no management experience. But for a data entry position that doesn't involve management at all or little to no management, I have a management score of 100 out of 100. Yeah, your software is fucking perfect. Okay. I guess it's Sabati and Frankus in nature, right? We shall remain. I know you can't hear it because I don't want to get a copyright strike. We shall remain anonymous, even though I'm going to marry Kate Rothschild in the next 6.66 minutes. Nope. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna forgive you. If I have to work with Facebook, I'm not gonna do it. If I have to use Facebook as a social media platform, I'm not gonna do it. And Google Ads compared to Facebook compared to advertising to Facebook are complete shit. But then again, I'm not gonna use Facebook because of what they do. So whatever. Let's see. But I'm not gonna commute there, so I'm gonna work from home. No, I can negotiate because I'm applying to many different jobs. So I'm selling my work to you. I'm selling my labor to you. It's not the other way around. It's my choice. I'm not gonna work for Facebook. You're delusional. I'm gonna torture you and your family to death. No, no, no. Whatever. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not your friend. I am not your friend. Fuck, where was that? Where was that tab, bro? Here it is. Yeah, where's my white privilege, asshole? I'm not gonna forgive you. Oh man. Do you ever like listen to the music that you're actually listening to and listen to the lyrics? It's just fucking hilarious, bro. Oh my god, bro. No. Oh my god, man. So I'm not gonna play your game. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna waste my time on this bullshit. Oh my god, man. Oh, oh my god, man. Die motherfuckers still, fool. I'm gonna put a hole in your head the size of a half a dollar. 50 cents. Yo, 50 cents. Cash out me 50 cents, bro. Come on. This is bullshit. There you go. The year 2000 forever. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not your friend. I'll listen to this one. Oops. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna forgive you. I understand that everybody has to work. I don't mind working. I just don't want to be raped and tortured for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna forgive you. 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 It's not gonna happen. Why not? Gorg never worked at pre-series B startup before. Why not? Gorg being raped by Zuckerberg. Why knock? Why knock? You don't have a thing power over me. You don't. Listen, can you explain the contradiction of powers here? Your limitations of powers? If the devil couldn't attack me or even hurt me, what makes you think that you can? The devil is obviously much more powerful than you are, but infinitely weaker than God. So what makes you think that you have power over me? Gorak never worked for B-Series startup. Why not? Gorak raped by Zuckerberg. Point taken, Gorug. We heard Zuckerberg. Oh, we're gonna circumcise your twat. We're gonna circumcise your twatter. Go get him, Netanyahu. My vision right now is very crisp. It's very nice. Like I mentioned before, whenever I take any nootropic compound, even inhibitory substances sometimes, like the fonts on a computer screen, they become more condensed and they're much more easier to read, and everything else becomes much more sharpened and crisp in my short to intermediary range. But my long-term vision, my far field vision is not as crisp as my short and intermediary vision. So it's part-time. Actually, since I'm recording this, we can actually have the desktop audio because then I can appeal the claim. So, sorry about that. Thank you. You're the man. I'm not gonna forget. I'm interested in all of these. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not your friend. I'm not gonna forgive you.
The world is a vampire sent to drain secret destroyers hold you up to the flame.
I'm not your friend.
And what do I get for my pain? Betrayed desires.
You can call me Singular Return. No, just call me John. Or Mr. Lashera, if you prefer. But just call me John. Sorry. You can call me the man. You're the man. No, seriously, just call me John. I'm not gonna forget. Sorry, I'm gonna have to use the bathroom soon. Get some water.
Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage. And someone will say what is lost can never be saved. Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage. There's still more work to be done, so we're just getting started. Listen, 30 years old is not too late to start anything in your life. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, because guess what? You didn't do anything your entire life, and you don't have any proof for it. You don't know what you're talking about, Mark Zuckerberg. You're talking out of your Talmudic asshole, which is your mouth, because all you do is talk shit.
Sorry, I had to go take a shit as a matter of fact, so I'll be right back. Everybody has to. So it's that time of day. Do I care about that? Not really. What are you, 5 years old? That's just life. Sorry, that took a long time. But sometimes your biological needs have to be satisfied, right? So when you're talking about expires in 0 days. When you're talking about using the bathroom, you have to make sure that you're clean because it's disgusting otherwise. And I've always been that way since I was a kid. So I don't like having dirty underwear or whatever else. It's disgusting. So, and as a matter of fact, whenever I find out that it happens, even though sometimes it happens because of not incontinence, but stool passing too fastly, too quickly, I don't particularly like that. So, what was I gonna do? Sorry, I lost my train of thought here. And the guy's name I was thinking about was Bruce Willis. He was in Die Hard. What was I thinking of here? I was gonna do something. Let me try and jog my memory, refresh my memory. Oh yes, tomorrow I'm gonna meet with Bridgeway, so we're gonna see what Vitamin Shop has. Because they can buy me stuff from Vitamin World. Vitamin World. Maybe they have some good stuff. They don't sell a Draftinol though. I know that. Is it closed down? No, it's still there. It was just bought out. Let's see, what do you have exactly? So Bridgeway is the company, is the corporation, sorry, the nonprofit organization that helps homeless people in Elizabeth, New Jersey and Union County. They don't have infinite resources, so they select who they're going to help. So I was at Cornerstone, the Behavioral Health Hospital in Union County. I forgot what the address was, but they decided to let me into their program. So they're part of Intensive Housing Connection and Supportive Housing Connection that works with Elizabeth and Union County of New Jersey. So what they do is they provide you a $100 stipend every month for things that you need, and they'll buy it for you, predicated on their discretion if you actually need it or not. And I haven't asked them for money over the course of a year plus because my dad was helping me, and I didn't ask them for anything superfluous. And I was very grateful for what they were doing to help me. So now I'm asking them for that stipend because they offer it to everybody that's in the program, which is $100 per month. So I might as well use it when I need it. And in the future, if I get money, I can pay them back too if they want. So we're just looking for this kind of stuff. What do you have here? That's quite expensive though. What's in this? I mean, this stuff, there's some research that these particular compounds do work from the mushrooms and stuff, but I'm a little skeptical about it concerning the fact that I haven't done any allergenergic testing and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to forgive you. No, I don't want to take ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba makes my hair fall out. And it also causes a lot of it causes me a lot of stress. So the ginseng I might take, but that's a little expensive for what it is. Maybe I'll take the ashwagandha. I'm not sure. That seems reasonable. It's a little expensive though for what it is, but hey, I can't go on Amazon and use the stipend, so we can go to the store and get it. Maybe. I'll think about this. I'll keep this in mind. It's a little expensive though, so. Test up pro growth. Super beta prostate. Who the fuck is gonna buy a product called Super Beta Prostate? What the hell is wrong with you? Super Beta Prostate. This looks good. Shahajit. Oh, okay. Now I'm interested. Some L-arginine, some L-lysine, glutamine, L-orthanine, and glycine as well too. The glycine doesn't matter so much because that's enough. That's not enough for super physiological dosing. Some ginseng and bioperine. This actually sounds pretty good with the Shahajit. This is the first product that I've seen with standardized Shahajit. That's interesting. Obviously, I haven't done any allogeneic testing, so maybe I might just take the risk. Let's see the actual incidence reports about this concerning toxicity and stuff. Let's just do some preliminary research. Shahajit coming from India is very rare to find in terms of its standardized actual compounds because people will sell you a bunch of black goo or whatever that's not actual Shahajit and whatever else, or it may be extremely diluted. So back in 2018, when I first found out about it, that was a particular problem because people from India would sell them bunk shit that's not actual Shahajit. Shilajit, sorry. So I'm willing to trust this actual product here at the store. So, given the fact that even though there's no regulation from the Food and Drug Administration concerning the actual compounds that are sold as supplements, these industries tend to quite self-regulate quite often. So. But some companies, like I said, they don't actually do that. So, but I'm willing to trust Vitamin World because I bought my other stuff from there too. So, that's $18.99. What's this? $34.99 plus taxes too, right? So. That's quite expensive, and I have to buy other stuff like toilet paper too, and caffeine. And I already spent $13 or whatever. So let's see. Let's see if that's going to be worth it because maybe I might need to buy other stuff, but also my dad could help me if necessary, especially since I'm going to tell him that I'm finding a job right now. So we'll see. I'll probably buy this stuff tomorrow. But damn, this is pretty good. The L-glycine is not particularly good. The L-orthanine is not high enough to be super physiologically dosed. And the vasodilatory pathways concerning the production of nitric oxide, neither is the L-glutamine. The L-lysine is particularly that's an okay dosage. The L-arginine is a little bit low, but it could actually help in terms of vasodilation to a slight extent. The fish oil and the medium chain triglycerides, there's not a lot of heterogeneous studies that actually show that they produce substantial effects. So the studies are actually quite homogeneous concerning fish oil, concerning the things that they're actually testing, and there's not a lot of variance or valency between the studies in terms of effect sizes to prove that those fish oil supplements actually induce the actual effects, at least pharmacologically and biologically in any individual or in vitro or in animal studies. So more actual heterogeneous studies need to be done in terms of different types of controls, shams, so on and so forth, types of vehicle groups, and different types of tests concerning toxins and whatever else, considering their actual free radical capability to minimize oxidation and inflammation and so on and so forth. And also the ashwagandha in this concentration here is low, but we're going to get more of it from here too. So, but what I'm really interested about is this Shahajit extract because that's quite a lot of Shahajit for what this is. So what's this patent here? 6558. So this is really interesting. This is actually really good because I didn't even know about this until I looked it up today. And the Shahajit stuff has been very, very, it's been very tenuous. It's been very suspicious. since the first research that I did. Oops. Like I said before, even that preliminary searching, you saw that Shahajit is is sometimes laced with chemicals and toxins and heavy metals and so on and so forth because it's not actually what it's supposed to be. As a matter of fact, Shahajit is actually gathered from like rocks and stuff. It's a bunch of like crude oil or like these compounds that are derived from rocks, from what I remember. So even that extraction process is very tenuous to actually get the actual compounds that we're talking about in terms of what I remember. So Shilajit, and it comes from India. It comes from the Himalayas and stuff like that. So I'll read a little bit of it to you, but we're not going to spend too much time on this because I have to keep applying for jobs. Shilajit, the conqueror of the mountain, the conqueror of the rocks, the destroyer of weakness. Shilajit, or Mumijo or Mumi, is a natural organic mineral of predominantly natural biological origin. I don't care if it's Muslim or whatever. That doesn't matter to me. We're talking about the empirical substantiation here. Formed in the mountains, in mountain crevices and caves. A blackish brown powder or an exudate, that's like an extraction, right? Or a sort of a gathering or an excretion from high mountain rocks, often found in the Himalayas, Badakhisan, Afghanistan, Karakoram, Gilgit-Baltistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Russia, and the mountains of the Caucasus, Altai, Central Asia, Iran, Mongolia, and in the south of Peru, where it is called Andean Shilajit. Also known as, I don't know how to read this in Greek, or also known as what? Whatever, or Mumio or Mumi, Bragshu, and so on and so forth. But you clearly see what I'm talking about. So let's look at the actual effects. So this is concerning studies in 2011, but there's actually quite a lot of counter referee journal literature that says that there are biological compounds in here that can actually exponentially increase testosterone production. So, and the same thing actually applied to what's it called again? Let me look at my research because I'm not going to just spend my time trying to remember things. There was another compound, there was another substance that I was taking that's not very well researched, but the preliminary studies showed that it was quite efficacious at increasing gonadotropin-releasing hormone, luteinizing hormone, follicle-stimulating hormone, and testosterone, and also inducing much more spermatogenesis. I forgot the name of it. Spilanthe zacmello is the name of it. Spilanthe zacmello. I just remembered. Spilanthe zacmello. That's not as well substantiated as the other compounds that I talk about in this paper, but it's particularly interesting in terms of what it actually did for me. So, maybe there's been more studies since I actually researched this, so your mileage may vary. Maybe there's actually more research that's actually occurred since I've researched this myself. But then again, we're on a tangential side note here. Let me actually put that in my phone or something so I can remember. I'm going to text the person tomorrow. Her work phone is probably off right now, so whatever. So that stipend is good for another 14 days. So you might as well use it and buy what I need. I'm not going to forgive you. Interesting. Well, whatever. It's probably very safe. But like I said, it's very hard to extract that Shilajit without actually having impurities and so on and so forth. But actual vendors, they seem to actually dilute the actual Shilajit they're actually getting. So that's been a problem for a very long time. No, I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not your friend. And just in case you didn't realize, that was a double entendre before. Why not? Why not? Alright? I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna forgive you. Ever. Let's take a break. Who wants honey just as long as there's some money? Listen, man, money can't buy everything. Listen, even though I'm being raped and tortured and I literally have almost no money over the course of the last few years, even though the rape and torture is pretty severe, to be honest, on the drugs that I take and the things that I do, I'm having a fucking blast, even though I'm being raped and tortured. I literally have no money. You were one of my favorite teachers. I actually like you a lot. Oh, you support Israel? Then you're no longer one of my favorite teachers. Bye bye. Oh, I'm not being objective? Okay, alright. Freemasonry in the Philippines. I'm not gonna forgive you. Mark Cuthbert. Suck the cuck. We're just grilling some meats here. We're just smoking some meats. Can I smoke your meat or whatever? Mark Cuthbert. We're just smoking some meat with me and my friends. And I'm gonna smoke their meat later. I'm gonna smoke their bull. Smoking some meat here. I ball, you ball, we ball. We balling all day, all night. I'm over 9,000 right now. I just took some L-theanine and the chamomile tea. That's it. Thank you. Jordan Peterson. Adobe After Effects is such a pain in the ass to use. I hate that shit. I haven't used it in quite a long time. Listen, I'm not going to be dragged down to your level. You're not going to drag me down to the sixth circle of hell or whatever, okay? Your Sabati and Frankus bullshit doesn't work with me. It doesn't make sense. You're fucking mentally retarded. Let's listen to Jordan Peterson talk about the Jewish question.
On the book by Solzhenitsyn I've investigated.
My friend Connor, I'm sorry to reveal his personal information here. He's like, listen, man, I found out my true purpose in life. He's like, listen, given everything that's happening, I'm going to go die in Ukraine. I was like, Connor, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you going to throw your life away for Zelensky and Vladimir Putin and the Rothschilds to die in a fucking trench where you're going to be drinking a coffee and a fucking drone is going to land a grenade in your coffee and you're going to die? Yes, Americans, this is Vladimir Zelensky, by the way. We need another $400 billion for the next year to move 5 square kilometers. Listen, man, you should reconsider what you're actually doing here.
Thank you. It's 200 years together. Last year, a couple started translating it.
I actually like Solzhenitsyn quite a lot. I haven't read his work thoroughly. There was another author. Obviously, Leo Tolstoy is one of the people that one of the Russians that almost everybody knows. But not that many people know about Solzhenitsyn. He's actually very good.
English, and they put it online. I included all the chapters that they've translated so far. As a Jewish American, I think this book is very important for everyone to read. In the book, Solzhenitsyn documents the overrepresentation of Jewish individuals in the NKVD and in Bolshevik leadership. He claims that the ethnic hatred these individuals...
Go get him, Netanyahu! You go, Habibi!
have for Christians played a role in the Holodomor. Jewish individuals had faced persecution in Ukraine prior to the Bolsheviks' rise to power. These individuals exacted their revenge on the Christian Ukrainian population. The result was the death of 4 million Christians. The line of good and evil cuts through the heart of every human. One cannot simply say a given ethnic group is evil. Every individual must struggle with the good and the evil in their own.
That's a very good argument. I agree, and I'm not being biased here. You know, if you're going to consider what the sins of man are in aggregate or for every individual, you know, you have to have the actual proof to establish those claims. So what am I supposed to say? Yeah, every African is a thief. Every Jewish person's a moneylender. It doesn't make sense. Every white person has billions of dollars in slaves. Every Chinese person is extremely intelligent.
That being said, it is important to understand what motivates groups to commit atrocities against other groups, because the previous century has been filled with groups killing other groups. Like the Bolsheviks, Jewish individuals are overrepresented in the ownership and senior staffing. I've got a question. It'll take 1 second. So just like the Bolsheviks, Jewish individuals are overrepresented in the ownership.
Yeah, here's my joke. The communists, even though they were robbing banks, they were actually lending money to themselves.
And senior staffing of the U.S. news media. The news media also is inexplicably hostile towards Russia. If the current warmongering against Russian Christians is in any way motivated by the same ethnic hatred that motivated the Holodomor, we must face that truth honestly. So here's my question. If Jewish individuals hated Christian Ukrainians enough...
Sorry, I need more water. I'll be right back. Go get him, Netanyahu! Go get him, Netanyahu! Habibi! My friend Netanyahu! My Habibi! Oh, man. Oh, man. We're gonna circumcise your twat. Oh, Elon Musk, we're gonna circumcise your twat on Twitter.
To starve millions of them to death, could the same thing happen today? Could Jewish individuals use their position of power to seek out revenge against places like Europe and Russia that have a history of expelling Jews? Thank you again for your work.
And Jordan Peterson, he can't even answer the question objectively. You want to know why? It's because he got $666,000 and 666 cents from Jacob Rothschild last night at 7:06 in the morning. Sorry, 7:06 at night. You beguiler of the egg or whatever. You enemy of the logos. You antithesis of the precepts. You beguiled egg. The forlorn enemy of the logos. The forsworn enemy of the precept. You deceiver and deviler of the concept.
Remember Rule 9, it's like, maybe there's something here that you don't know about, And I am trying to just speak the truth.
Listen, he's going to say, listen, we're not talking about persecution here. Because listen, even though the Jews persecute other people and they retaliate many times over parity, that doesn't matter. All you got to do to fix this problem is to clean your room. Go get him, Netanyahu! Sorry.
So thank you for giving me these words.
You're welcome.
What are you gonna start fucking moonwalking now? Listen, Billie Jean is not my lover. She claims that I am the one. Whatever. She claims the sun is mine or whatever, but I am not the one or whatever.
I can't do it.
That's okay. On the book.
All your base are belong to us. And that's it. Let's take a little break here, then we'll apply for some more jobs. So we're actually doing fairly well. Let's maybe watch some Die Hard clips since we mentioned Bruce Willis before. Actually, my dad doesn't like him as an actor, but I have a particular affinity for Bruce Willis. I think he's actually a pretty good actor. I liked him in the Die Hard movies. And he was in some other movies too, but I liked him in the Die Hard movies.
Well, you better come look at this.
Sorry, let me raise the volume because it's a little bit low. I'm not going to forgive you. No, I'm having a good time, but it's only as a function of me taking smart drugs or whatever else. I'm not having a good time when you rape me and torture me, so you're stupid. You're still trying to justify rape and torture.
What?
There's a white man standing in the street.
I seen one.
Not like this.
Do the right thing, man. Oh, man.
Down 911. Tell the police to get up here quick. Somebody's about to get killed. And get your bus to school, you hear me? All right.
I don't remember the entire movie. This is the second one. This is the second one after the first Die Hard. I remember this scene, though. Or most of it. Yeah, maybe we'll watch some Donnie Brasco too. What is this shit? It's a fucking Fagosi or whatever. It's a Fugazi. Oh man.
Good morning. You having a nice day, sir? You feeling all right? Not to get too... But a white man standing in the middle of Harlem wearing a sign that says, "I hate niggas," has either got some serious personal issues or not all his dogs are barking. Hey, I'm talking to you. Now you got about 10 seconds before those guys see you. And when they do, they will kill you, you understand? You are about to have a very bad day.
Tell me about it. Sir, this is a police matter. For your own safety, I'm gonna...
You're damn right it's a police matter. For your own safety, I suggest you hide your butt in my shop till the police get here.
What the fuck?
Oh, shit.
This is a very 90s thing where they introduce the cringy music. I hate that shit. You shouldn't even have the music at all. It's a little bit cringy.
Listen, I'm a cop.
What?
I'm on a case. Somebody blew up Bonwood Tellers an hour ago. Did you hear about that on the news?
Yeah.
The same asshole that did that said, I gotta come to Harlem and do this, or he's gonna blow up something else. Do you understand? Listen, I got a gun. You
They
should
got
get across
10
the
guns.
street. You should get across
Look,
the street.
start acting crazy,
What?
all right? Like Looney Tunes, you know, like Bellevue. Friend of yours? He looked like a friend of mine.
What was the guy's thing from Do the Right Thing. Uh, Do the Right Thing. What are those things called again? Those uh, Knuckles. What did they say? I don't even remember. Love and Hate. This is a good movie too. I actually really like this movie. I'm sorry, it's been quite a long time since I've seen this, so. He's Radio Raheem, and I forgot who this guy is. He's a very famous director too, and this is like one of the first movies that he directed and actually acted. But I forgot his name. I'm sorry.
Headed to. I'm going to get a slice. You going down the south?
I'm not gonna forgive you.
I gotta make some deliveries, and I'll check you back there, right?
On the rebound.
Bet.
No, you're whack. You're literally a Satanist who rapes people and molests kids. You're a loser. You're envious of everybody, and you rape people. You read you read everybody's user messages on Facebook, and you jerk off with your micro penis to their images and stuff. That's not what I do. I don't own a Facebook, but Zuckerberg does.
All right. Oh shit! Let me check it out. That's the hype.
Newest, latest. Let me tell you the story of right hand, left hand. Hey, it was with this hand that Cain iced his brother. Love. These 5 fingers, they go straight to the soul of man.
All right, whatever. We're wasting a little bit of time here. I'm sorry. Let's listen to some music and keep going on. So we could talk about this stuff till we're blue in the face, but then that's not really changing anything, right? Maybe you enjoy that sometimes, but I have other things to do. Maybe we'll go on 4chan for a little bit, but then we're gonna keep moving forward. So I'm making an excuse. You say you're literally a rapist who sodomizes kids. No, I unequivocally deny on my behalf, but I formally accept on your behalf that you're a rapist that sodomizes kids.
Waiting for ISIS to come pop a grenade from a...
I don't want your commentary. I just want to see the actual footage. I hate beef stroganoff. It's disgusting. Beef stroganoff smells and tastes like shit. I hate that shit. My dad likes to make that sometimes, though. Beef stroganoff is disgusting to me. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not your friend. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not your friend. Let's listen to some, a little bit lower tempo stuff to kind of relax because, music can kind of be manic inducing, mania inducing. So let me get some more water first because I already drank through all of this. I'll be right back. Am I feeling good? Well, at worst, I'm feeling very neutral. I'm a little bit tired. It's not an excuse, Mark Zuckerberg. You keep claiming things about me taking nootropics and they're not working, but you're taking everything out of context and you don't understand what you're talking about. I already told you that I only took L-theanine and some chamomile tea bags. That's not everything that I take, and you also know that those are partially, in terms of the inhibitory substances, partially part of the substances that I take to upregulate and so on and so forth. You're literally a Jewish fraud. Where's all of your source code for Synapse? Where's all of your source code? You lost it. But wasn't that important to you? Didn't your family have money? Weren't you higher middle class, allegedly so? But you couldn't save that source code? Where's your proof that you actually did that stuff? Where's your proof for Zucknet? Where's your original Facebook code that you actually wrote? You're a fraud! And you know what they're doing now? They're amping up. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not your friend. They're amping up the rape and the torture because they know they can't win the argument.
Swing, boomerangs and murder, air attacks, blow out busted internet. Access info out your back, click, cut you off. I'm too advanced for your little cause. Pole position, my verbal contact, no life support. Will maintain position, lift off to ignition. Frequency feedback, provide ammunition. The brain cells that excel 2 times that of IQ. When the energy starts to fornicate, that's when I push through. All type hard rock tracks, that's hard to the max. It's spacey, like mixing up angel dust and crack. Then wait a goddamn pick a minute, then pause on that. My style's the man like the Ku Klux Klan be from deep down south. Don't let one of these little MCs get lost on the wrong route. Catch a Mississippi burning, fuck that, they catch an arson. Landmines, destruction, Barack away to caution. You couldn't locate my safety format using no jack, bitch, I'm all that. I scratched the venom straight off your girl's back. In fact, black the injection of my lethal status will ultimately break all beasts down into antimatter. You couldn't hang if you was bit by a radioactive spider. I'm intrigued, your lackluster, broken, tarnished style is unkempt and wild and causing mayhem. The battle rhymer mixed with tonic NLP is fucking lethal, like an African disease killing people. And it's
I'm not gonna forgive you.
I'm
not gonna forgive you.
It's the classic underground styles of the urban masters, the crazy kings, 3-fingered captains, walking tags. It's the classic underground styles of the urban masters, the crazy kings, 3-fingered captains, walking tags. It's the classic underground styles of the urban masters, the crazy kings, 3-fingered captains, walking tags. It's the classic underground styles of the urban masters, the crazy kings, 3-fingered captains, walking tags. Incinerating combustible, computer animated T2, rhymes of enzyme, fractal poly residue. When taking away what little time that I got through my mutant energy, I picked the combination slot. But in 1985, they injected me with rock. 10 years of misdirected black killing, I'm back on the block, recuperating from the never-ending bloodshed of the war. Though my pockets remain empty, my soul remains pure. Tainted, ex-nate, a whole education.
Luke Skywalker supports Israel. I don't support you anymore. Mark Hamill, whatever your name is. Go kill yourself. I'm not gonna forgive you. Oh, you agree, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Then why are you a Jewish communist that wants to sodomize and rape and torture people? Why didn't you try and prosecute Pfizer, even though it would be billed of attainder or whatever? Why didn't you talk about this stuff? You're literally a scam artist.
Eliminate the whole lower class population. I'll be the fundraiser for my own expedition. A pro-black family mind, recondition it. For the multicolor pumas are no longer the flavor, unless you're one of those techno trance and jungle ravers. It's the classic underground styles of the urban masters, the crazy king, 3-fingered captains, walking tags. It's the classic underground styles of the urban masters, the crazy king, 3-fingered captains, walking tags. It's the classic underground styles of the urban masters, the crazy kings, 3-fingered captains, walking tags. It's the classic underground styles of the urban masters, the crazy king, 3-fingered captains, walking tags with. I strike a match for your $2 MCs that can't burn. This is for your own concern. I burn images and retinas for all you bitches faking. You could download my multi-disc without penetrating. Complex code set to explode off an impact. Put a cease to that disco boogie mayhem dance track. Boogie bitch, with poetry that's off track like a bookie. More heads be jocking my shit than a drop top act doogie. With deep disc, put together the 4 into pieces. Then form the 8 steps for your mind decreases. Another ass whipping, slashing my burner pieces. It's mad focus. I'm fading in and out of focus. Cop shoot.
I'm not gonna forget.
I'm sacked you. My gunshot scream nerve-wracking. Heads is pushing through intensity. I'm booby trap all no vicinity. Leave you stinking like fish guts in a dumpster in Little Italy.
I'm not listening to you. We've already discussed this. I'm not your friend. Oh, you agree with me, Jim Jordan? Hold on, let me pause the music for a second. It's here. Sorry. Oh, you agree with me, even though you still support Donald Trump, who supports Israel and Zionism and satanic Jews who are raping and torturing and murdering people, and you pretend to be inquisitive in your House hearings and so on and so forth, in your committee hearings, but you won't actually tell the truth about what you actually know, and so on and so forth. You're a Shabbos Goy, limited hangout, controlled opposition psyop. I'm not going to forgive you.
Yeah. Money chain situation. Money chain situation. Let's get it. My current situation, a lituation. My current situation, a lituation. Don't keep that money waiting, they get impatient. You niggas get the hate and you get ovations. Models on the way situation.
Fully automatic.
Models in the face situation. When I come around, it goes down. Money chain situation. Yeah. Here's a movie, get your goobers, nigga. Yeah, it gets deep, get your scuba, nigga. I got the swipers in the gun shop. Yeah, I got the shooters in the Uber, nigga. Woo! Everything brand new, my nigga.
Even the driver in the Uber is a shooter too.
Like the ass shots. Plastic Glock 9, get your ass shot. Dream team, gold chain, match watch. And the bad bitches be the mascot. Yeah, got your BM in my BM, nigga. Yeah, she got taken, word to Liam, nigga. Ha! We ain't gotta be 100 deep. I'd rather 10 lions than 100 sheep. My current situation, a lituation. My current situation, a lituation. Don't keep that money waiting, they get impatient. You niggas get that hate and you get ovation.
It's illusion. You're delusional. I'm not gonna forgive you.
Money chain situation. Yeah, this shit different, nigga. Yeah, I can't explain, it's just different, nigga. Yeah, this is hood getting money rap. Yeah, this $1 million on a Giphy, nigga. Woo! This is stunting baby shower. Yeah, hanging out came from baby powder. I buy rose, you buy your lady flowers. Special thanks goes to the haze and sour. Respect brought the money, then it gave me power. Sneak vision always been a favorite power. You don't wanna take it there. Where I'm from, all they do is take it there. I came from no space, wasn't safe. Now it's like no space in the safe. I do it big and light skin, my new faith. And we skip to my Lou and that new Wraith. My current situation, a lituation. My current situation, a lituation. Don't keep that money waiting, they get impatient.
Very good.
You just get the hate and you get ovations. Bottles on the way, lituation. Models in the face, lituation. When I come around, it goes down. When I come around, it goes down. When I come
I'm not gonna
around, it
forgive
goes
you.
down.
You're delusional.
When I come around,
I'm gonna torture you and your family to death.
it goes down. Hey.
I don't care if you don't think so. You're delusional. Having money is not a sufficient bar to prevent me from actually torturing you and your family to death. What are you gonna do? Throw pallets of money at me? I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm gonna torture you and your family to death. I'm not going to forgive you. And raping me and torturing me doesn't work. I'm not under control by you. If I'm under control by you, then why can't you force me to forgive you? I'm not going to forgive you. I am not going to forgive you. I am not going to forgive you. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to torture you and your family to death. I'm not under your control. Actually, I'm not under your control at all. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to torture you and your family to death. Very good. I agree. Very good.
Chromed out 1100. What I'm doing, getting money. What we doing, hitting. What they doing, hating on us, but they never cross. Cash money still a company. And bitch, I'm the boss. And now we stunning like my daddy. Stunning like my daddy. Stunning like my daddy. I be stunning like my daddy. Young stunner. Stunning like my daddy. Stunning like my daddy. I be stunning like my daddy. Yeah, bitch, I'm paid. That's all I gotta say. Can't see you little niggas. The money in the way, and I'm sitting high against the ride blaze, and if you ain't gon' ride fly, then you might as well hate. Shit, I gotta eat, yeah, even though I ain't. No, it ain't my birthday, but I got my name on that cake. Shit, believe that, and if the mans won't play, and I'ma fuck around and put the ball brains on the game.
Happy birthday, Lil Wayne.
Uptown, throw a stack at him, make a song about me, I'm throwing shots back at him. Your bitch on my pipe, she like a crack addict, and she saw me cooking eggs, she thought I was back at it. I grabbed my keys, oh I gotta go, got my motorcycle jacket and my motorcycle logo. On the Yamaha, chromed out 1100. What I'm doing, getting money. What we doing, hitting. What they doing, hating on us, but they never cross. Cash money still a company, and bitch I'm the boss. And now we stunning like my daddy. Stunning like my daddy. Stunning like my daddy. I be stunning like my daddy.
Raping me and torturing me this hour.
98, 45 paper plates, 10 the whole thing, big money, heavyweight, 100 stacks, spent 50 on the caddy, 25 on the pinky, bought a pound of blow and bounce back.
I'm not gonna forget.
Big houses on the hills, got them hoes in the kitchen, now cooking pan.
I'm not your friend.
On Thunder Island, dollar after dollar, flipping chickens, getting tickets, want the money and the power. Born stunting, uptown hunter, third wall G, nigga been about. On the chromed out 1100. You know we shine every summer, we grind every summer, and this is how we spend money. You see them business and them lambs, them ounces and them grams, bitch we was born hustling. On the Yamaha, chromed out 1100. What I'm doing, getting money. What we doing, hitting. What they doing, hitting. On the Yamaha, cross. Cash money still a company, and bitch I'm the boss. And now we stunning like my daddy. Stunning like my daddy. Stunning like my daddy. I be stunning like my daddy. Young stunner. Stunning like my daddy. Stunning like my daddy. I be stunning like my daddy. Yeah, when I was sick.
Oh yeah, you want me to go touch grass? Well, it's not up to you. I'll touch grass when I feel like it.
Clean up on my
Hot new pair of rims, brand new pistol with a trigger like a hairpin. Big work, we don't need a scale, man. Big paper,
I'm not gonna forget.
to the mailman. What you know about putting bricks in the spare, man? I can stuff a coupe like a motherfucking caravan. I'm in my zone, my farm. How you want it? Show me my opponent. Show me my opponent. I'm still ballin'. A bullet got
I'm not gonna forget.
I've never been a pussy 'cause my hood never let me.
You're delusional.
I made niggas, got made niggas with me. I'm a motorcycle boy, so I'm about to pump the bill. On the Yamaha chrome, they doing hating on us, but they never cross. Cash money still a company, bitch, I'm the boss.
And I'm not even talking about my biological father in reference to this song. I'm talking about my holy father. I'm stunting like Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna forget this. I'm not corrupt, and I'm not gonna forget. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna torture you and your family to death. You're delusional. And the other night, Paul Malecki was like, you're the Merovingian, but somehow you're also Neo. Neo. If you watch the movie, when Neo meets the Merovingian, you have to understand that the Merovingian is not a real person. He's a computer program in the Matrix. How is Neo, a real person, also the Merovingian at the same time, even though a real person can't be a computer program? Do you understand what you're even trying to talk about?
Château Aubryon, 1959. Magnificent wine. I love French wine. Like I love the French language. I have sampled every language. French is my favorite. Fantastic.
To be honest, actually, the second and third movies are actually pretty good, and people hyper criticize them too much because they're too action oriented and action focused instead of the philosophy. But the first one's the best. But I actually like the second and third ones quite a lot.
Language, especially to curse. Nom de Dieu, de putain de bordel de merde, de saloperie, de connard, d'enculé de ta mère. It's like wiping your ass.
You know why we are here.
Somehow, I'm the Merovingian and Neo at the same time, even though the Merovingian is a computer program.
I am a trafficker of information. I know everything I can. The question is, do you know why you are here?
We are looking for the keymaker.
Oh, yes, it is true. The keymaker, of course.
And also, even though it's not directly revealed, the keymaker is probably a computer program as well, too. I hope you realize that, like, almost 99%, in terms of the actual narrative here in the lore, almost like 99% of the people that are stuck in the Matrix, they don't know what the hell is going on. Like in the same way that Agent Smith is a computer program, but he looks like a human, that applies to the Merovingian too, and the Oracle, and so on and so forth.
But this is not a reason, this is not a why. The keymaker himself, his very nature is a means, it is not an end. And so, to look for him is to be looking for a means to do what?
We know the answer to that question.
But do you? You think you do, but you do not. You are here because you were sent here. You were told to come here, and then you obeyed. It is, of course, the way of all things. You see,
my bloodline is not satanic.
Constant. One universal, it is the only real truth. Causality. Action, reaction. Cause and effect.
Everything begins with choice.
No, wrong. Choice is an illusion created between those with power and those without.
Of course, a computer program would tell you that. Because he literally has no choice. even though you think he's sentient or whatever. I mean, this is absurd. This is a fucking absurdity.
There. That's that woman. My God, just look at her. Affecting everyone around her, so obvious, so...
No, you fucking moron. The Merovingian is not a person. He's a computer program in the Matrix. Is Agent Smith a person? No.
Bourgeois, so boring. But wait. Watch, you see, I have sent her a dessert. A very special dessert. I wrote it myself. It starts so simply. Each line of the program creating a new effect, just like poetry. First, a rush, heat, her heart flutters. You can see it now, yes? She does not understand why. Is it the wine? No.
I think her name is Monica Bellucci. She's actually she's very attractive. She's my type, but I have a little wife, so.
What is it then? What is the reason?
What about the actor who plays the Merovingian? I'm not a homosexual, so.
And soon it does not matter. Soon...
What about objectively in terms of his aesthetics, detracting homosexuality or homosexual intentions? I don't think he's particularly ugly, so whatever.
Why and the
What about this blonde girl? She's my type too. She's very attractive.
Reason are gone. And all that matters is the fear.
I'm not gonna forgive you. You're questioning my intentions, but you're also blaming the victim for what's happening to the victim. And you're still defending Mark Zuckerberg, even though you know he's raping me and torturing me, and he's gonna do that to you too, as well.
This is the nature of the universe. We struggle against it, we fight to deny it, but it is, of course, pretends it is a lie. Beneath our poised appearance, the truth is we are completely out of control.
Well, you just said that free will and choice is an illusion that's determined by people in power. So we don't so you don't have control. But then somehow we're out of control when you create programs that give women orgasms or whatever. Why the contradiction, the Merovingian? That doesn't make sense.
Causality. There is no escape from it. We are forever slaves to it. Our only hope, our only peace is to understand it, to understand the why. Why is what separates us from them, you from me. Why is the only real source of power. Without it, you are powerless.
No, I don't think I'm smart. I know that I'm smart, but I'm not self-aggrandizing to you. Somehow you're still trying to justify raping me and torturing me and so on and so forth. If you think that you're better, then why are you a child molester and a rapist? Why do you have no proof for your actual work? Why do you embezzle and steal money and kill people? If you're better, then why are you wasting all of your time raping and torturing some random guy with no money, with schizophrenia, so on and so forth? And asking him to forgive you. What do you need his forgiveness for if you're better than him? So you know what they're doing now? They're resorting to more rape and torture because they can't win the argument. Not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna forgive you. You're delusional. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm gonna torture you and your family to death.
And this is how you come to me without.
You don't have any control over me. I don't care if you agree, John Carmack. I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to torture you and your family to death.
Why without power? Another link in the chain. But fear not, since I have seen how good you are at following orders, I will tell you what to do next. Run back and give the fortune teller this message. Her time is almost up. Now I have some real business to do, so I will say adieu and goodbye.
This isn't over.
Oh, yes, it is. The keymaker is mine, and I see no reason why I should give him up. No reason at all.
Where are you going?
Please, ma chérie, I've told you, we are all victims of causality. I drink too much wine. I must take a piece. Oh, well.
Yes, a computer program taking a piss. No, I'm not misinterpreting things. You're stupid. You don't even understand like what you see or what you interpret yourself or what you read or whatever else, because you're stupid. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not going to forgive you. Delusional. I'm gonna torture you and your family to death. I'm gonna torture you and your family to death. Jewish vermin. Like rats in the cabinet or whatever, in the celery or whatever, in the pantry. Hamas is going to be at the center of anti-Palestinianism because we actually funded Hamas ourselves, and we actually told you that at face value in the Daily Haaretz or whatever. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not going to forgive you. I am not conflicted. You're a Sabbatean Frankish inverter. I'm going to torture you and your family to death. That's disgusting. I'm not even going to waste my time on this. Jewish vermin. The Lugan press, the Juden press. I'm not going to forget. I'm not under your control. Listen, we're not going to have a discussion. No, silence is not a form of submission. I am a Zionist. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist. You look like one too, actually. I highly doubt that you're even Catholic from the very beginning. Jewish vermin. We should just stomp you out like a cockroach. I'm not gonna forgive you. No, I'm not thinking about it. The answer's no. And raping me and torturing me doesn't work. but you don't have any control over me. Now you're saying that it's partial control, but even before, you said it was total control. Why the ad hoc argument and the deflection? Look at your star of Rem fan. David never had a star like that. It's literally even in the Old Testament itself. And concerning the actual, the stuff about David and Saul, he never made a star at all. What do I need your 2-ball cane for? I already have 2 balls and a cane. What do I need you for? Listen, the world doesn't need Facebook. The world existed before Facebook, and it will exist after Facebook. Doesn't work that way? Well, guess what? I'm gonna come kill you and your family. Before that, I'm gonna torture you for answers. And if you don't give it to us, you're gonna be tortured indefinitely. And then when you give us all of the answers, we're gonna put a bullet in your head.
The cycle continues.
I'm not gonna forgive you. If the government's gonna force me to, then do it. Because I'm still not gonna forgive you. What a waste of money. You are clearly inferior and suboptimal. Why are we giving you? Why are we bankrolling you? Payrolling you? The Holy Land, my ass. It's all satanic bullshit. Yeah, you disagree while you rape me and torture me. I'm not gonna forgive you. I don't care if I die or not. Who cares about that? I agree. I'm gonna vote with the power of the 8K. It's gonna be a free and fair election. Every round chambered 7.68mm by 3.64mm is a ballot from myself. It's a free and fair election. I'm not gonna forgive you. You're delusional. Yes, a laser cannon made out of garbage for whatever, like $600. Oh man! Damn, that's a good remix. I like that. You're delusional. Maybe you need some risperidone. Maybe a little haloperidol, some benztropine. Listen, we didn't review your evidence. We already know you're delusional. So here, take a quadrillion milligrams of benztropine and 500 quadrillion milligrams of haloperidol. What's his diagnosis, Dr. Seppi? He's delusional. You're extremely delusional. Do you know that? Are you aware of that? Here, take a quadrillion milligrams of haloperidol and 5 trillion milligrams of benztropine. Why? What are you talking about? Listen, we just know that you're delusional. We're gonna help you. We're trying to help you. I'm not listening to you. I'm not going to forgive you. We already discussed this, Palmer Lucky. It's only because of what you're doing to me. It's not because I abuse testosterone. But then again, the only source of evidence that you have is from my testimony. So why do you cherry pick that testimony but disregard everything else? Isn't everything else schizophrenic? Why is that testimony now valid to you? If you want me to do better, then why are you raping me and torturing me? I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to torture you and your family to death. We are ready to discuss this. But it's only because of what you're doing to me. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not your friend. I'm not going to join Facebook. I'm not your friend. I will not. I will not. I don't care if you know the future or not. I'm not going to forgive you. I will not. I am not going to forgive you. Dr. Seppi is a criminal, and he's a fraud. He hasn't studied in years, and he's hurting people. And he's severely violating our civil liberties and our rights. I'm very angry at you, Jesus. I'm very, very angry at you. You possess omnipotency, but you still allow me to be raped and tortured, even though you know that I'm almost virtually sinless and I don't bother anybody. I'm very angry at you. I'm not under your control. If I am, then why haven't you forced me to forgive you? Why can't you silence my speech? I am not going to forgive you. I'm going to torture you and your family to death. I'm not going to forgive you. I am not going to forgive you. I don't care about how many people are guilty. I'm not going to forgive you. You're not going to convince me. No, I'm not thinking about it. The answer is no. You're projecting onto me, but the answer for me is no. If you have control of me, then why can't you force me to forgive you? I'm not going to forgive you. I am not going to forgive you. Oh shit, this is going to get me copyright strike. Sorry. Oh, actually, I can actually appeal that, so because we're not doing a live stream, so that's okay. Fine. I'm not gonna forgive you. Listen, I'm done yelling and screaming. No, I'm not gonna forgive you. Silence is not a form of submission, Edward Zuckerberg. Your psychological theory is hogwash bullshit. I'm gonna kill you and your family in silence. I'm not going to let you drag me down to your level. We've already been through this. I'm not going to forgive you. I am not going to forgive you. I don't care if you have time travel evidence. I'm not going to forgive you. We've already went over this. 30 is not too late to start your life. But then again, it's not up to you. Raping me and torturing me doesn't work. I don't care if you agree, Dr. Carmack. I'm not your friend. If you support me, why won't you publicly advocate for me? I'm not going to forgive you. Oh, somehow, Nancy Pelosi, my telepathy is violating your rights. But then somehow I deserve to be raped and tortured, even though I'm almost virtually sinless. I don't commit any crimes, I don't have a criminal record, and I don't bother anybody. Even though he's full and well, the telepathy is because of what Mark Zuckerberg did to me. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to torture you and your family to death. I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not your friend. I'm not listening to you. I am not going to forgive you. I am not going to forgive you. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not going to forgive everybody. But then again, if you have power, so on and so forth, what do you need my forgiveness for? I'm not going to forgive you. I am not going to forgive you. No, the character in the beginning of the movie that saves the protagonist is not Neil. We can even look at the synopsis on Wikipedia. It's not. And even Christopher Nolan hasn't even mentioned that as a matter of fact at all. I remember the narrative mostly. That's not Neil, even though there's a MacGuffin in the beginning that leads to the end. You think it's Neil, but it's not. Remember what the CIA agent said. He said, that's not one of ours. And also, Christopher Nolan has said nothing about this. That's not in the actual synopsis and most of the plots and so on and so forth. You think it's Neil, but it's not. Actually, it isn't, because there's no proof that it is. You think it is, but it's not. I'm not going to forgive you. I am not going to forgive you.
That wasn't one of us. I'll take Bill.
So, whatever. And also, that could be retconned for a future sequel anyway, so... But literally, no, I'm not making excuses. The CIA agent that's working with the protagonist literally says, that's not one of us. It's not in the synopsis, and people think that it's Neil, but it's not. Are you sure? Because we just watched this. Are you sure? Are you sure? Listen to what the CIA agent has to say, the unnamed agent. Listen to what he has to say. Are you sure?
That wasn't one of us. I'll take Bill.
You're saying that it's material implied that that's Neil, but the CIA agent literally says that's not one of us. How is that? Is it materially implied that he's lying? How do you know that? How do you establish that causally in terms of your axiomatic argument? We know almost nothing about the CIA agent. As a matter of fact, when he gets into the van, he dies. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not going to forgive you. Also, yeah, he doesn't die here. I'm sorry, I'm misremembering things. He gets tortured to death here. And you don't even see him throughout the later stages of the film, so. No, I'm not making excuses. You think that memory is supposed to be perfect, even for people who are smart. You have an unrealistic expectation of reality. You're stupid, Mark Zuckerberg. You're literally a scam artist, a child molester, and a rapist.
The man could be trained, hold out for about 18 hours. So your colleagues will be clear by 7. It didn't last 18 minutes. He didn't have anything to hide. You were smuggling a nobody. It's risky.
I'm not going to forgive you.
What are you counting on this? Death. CIA issue.
And also, this guy was the Russian mobster in Limitless, if you remember correctly. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not your friend. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not your friend.
Almost 7. Uh-oh. Running fast. We have to put it back on out.
And also, if you know what's happening here, and if you read my stories, Silent in the Abyss and Targeted Individual, like in terms of what actually happens, Christopher Nolan actually stole my ideas, and he never gave me any credit. And I have proof of that. Who cares if Tenet's more refined? You still stole my ideas. It doesn't matter if the work was public domain or not. I wanted credit for my work.
That wasn't one of us. Logic Bill.
It's not material interest, but then again, you're wasting my time. Yeah, a skeptic talking about a small minority of the population that's obviously involved in raping and torturing and murdering people. Shouldn't we give them their homeland back, even though they weren't there for thousands of years? A skeptic telling you this. I'm not listening to you. You're actually inferior to me in every regard and fashion. You're way inferior to me. You're way subpar. You're exponentially many orders of magnitude inferior to me. I'm not going to forgive you. And if I'm inferior to you, then why did Christopher Nolan steal my ideas to make his movie? And so on and so forth. Why are you raping and torturing me to make me forgive you, even though you don't need my forgiveness if you have power? So on and so forth. If I'm inferior to you, I'm not going to forgive you. Listen, I'm not going to make a deal with you. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to torture you and your family to death. I gotta take a shower and wash my clothes. Is this the guy on the Gematria page? I think so. It looks exactly like him. I didn't even know. That is him. I'm gonna stop using this because it's Talmudic bullshit, so. Let's read more about him, actually. So maybe I'm making a brash judgment here. I'm not going to forgive you. If I see anything about the Talmud or anything satanic, I'm just going to stop using that website. I'm not gonna forgive you. Nope. Stop using that website. I'm not jealous of you. We've already discussed this ad nauseum. Come back at me when you have something new. And rape and torture doesn't work. We've already went through this, all right? I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not your friend. Then good. If you finance Christopher Nolan, then I'm not going to work with him. I'm not going to forgive you. No, you're not financing me at all. If you finance my father for anything, I'm going to disown him and disinherit him from my family. And I'm going to get a restraining order against him. And my mother and my brother, too. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to torture you and your family to death. Nuke goes here. The Kabbalistic bullshit. We're going to kiss a rock and pretend that it's God or whatever. Okay. That's disgusting. The holy rock that came from the sky out of God's asshole or whatever. I don't care about your Talmudic tears. They mean nothing to me. Oh, this satanic bitch again, spewing off bullshit. Go kill yourself, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Go put a shotgun straight to your chin and blow your fucking brains out on Facebook Live. You're literally a satanic scam artist. Even if you're attractive or not, I'm not going to put my dick in fucking satanic crazy. I'm not going to forgive you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. This is not necessarily psychologically true. Psychology is a whole load of horse shit. You're trying to establish the correlate between the qualia and the quanta, even though you don't have any empirical proof to establish these things in most cases. I know better than that, which is why I don't study psychology or sociology, because it's mostly bullshit. I'm not going to read papers upon papers, research papers about bullshit. I'm not going to waste my time with mierda. No, Chip McCrossin did not teach me that expression. Actually, he didn't. Apparently, Chip McCrossin does everything for me, my brother, counselor, all sorts on, and so forth. You're a fraud. You're literally a satanic fraud who rapes and tortures people and molests children. You're a Jewish loser. Listen, Dr. Carmack, if you agree, then why won't you advocate for me publicly? I'm not your friend. I'm going to torture you and your family to death. I'm not listening to you. If you want order, then why are you raping and torturing and murdering people? If you want peace, Mark Zuckerberg and Edward Zuckerberg, then why are you waging war and raping and torturing and murdering people? So we're going to stop soon because I'm getting tired because I took some Benadryl, 75 milligrams, and I had another gram of L-theanine. So hopefully that will knock me out. But if it doesn't, I'm just going to go through the rape and torture because I know they're going to rape me and torture me, but I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not going to forgive you. I am not your friend.